The 11 baldest countries in the world. We all grow old and die eventually. Most of us go bald eventually, too, some sooner than others. Asians men often retain their lush locks into their golden years, whereas men of European descent frequently start to thin before they buy their first house. Here are 11 countries with the most bald men. 11 Russia, 32.39% bald or balding rate. Vladimir Putin is Russia's most famous bald man, and he's definitely not alone. It's a country famous for snow, vodka, depression, cheating at the Olympics, the mafia, and James Bond villains. And there are lots of bald dudes, as well. A whopping 32.39% of Russians were bald or balding, according to the survey. 10 Canada, 37.42% bald or balding rate. Another country most famous for its snow, Canada features many big, burly, bearded, hockey-loving bald fellows in their vast prairies and untamed wildernesses. I used to like Jim Carey movies, and Jim and Andy was quite good. Celine Dion is Canadian. She had a super old, super bald husband for many years until he died, as super bald and super old men often do. 9 Netherlands, 37.93% bald or balding rate. The Netherlands is famously the tallest country in the world, where the average man is over 6 feet tall. So if you're a lady or fellow into tall, bald dudes, you know where to go. 8 Poland, 38.34% bald or balding rate. All I really know about Poland is that it was invaded in 1939. Poland is also the home country of actress Yvonne Strahovski, who played Hannah on one of my favorite TV shows of all time, Dexter. She's hot. It's home to a lot of bald, beer-swigging Slavs. I think they're Slavs. Some of them, anyway. 7 Italy, 39.01 bald or balding rate. Italy is a land of extremes when it comes to men's hairlines. On one end, you have the late, great James Gandolfini, aka Tony Soprano. On the other, you have Tony Soprano's nephew, Christopher, played by Michael Imperioli, who still has his juvenile hairline in his 50s. This is pretty common in Italy. Lots of men seem to keep their juvenile hairlines into their golden years. Most of the illiterates from the Jersey Shore, sans the situation, have Norwood ones. Plenty go bald, too. 6 USA, 39.04% bald or balding rate. It's the land of the free, the brave, and the balding, without a doubt. As I learned on my roofing job last summer, you'll find baldness everywhere you look here in the States. 5 UK, 39.23% bald or balding rate. The United Kingdom is famous for many things that start with the letter B, like the Beatles, the Bald Royals, Brexit, and bad dentists. Prince William isn't the only follicularly challenged Brit, though. At every pub in London, you're bound to spot a couple bald fellows. Apparently most Brits will invite strangers to sit with them at the pub when no bar stools are available. That sounds absolutely mental to me. 4 France, 39.24% bald or balding rate. The Coneheads, from the famous SNL skit and movie, came from France. I'd look like a conehead if I shaved my head, and that's one of the 5 worst looks for bald dudes. 3 Germany, 41.24% bald or balding rate. Germany is probably the #1 country I'd like to visit. I'm intrigued by the scenery, the history, the Berghof, the Eagle's Nest, and Berlin. The list could go on. I like drinking beer, as do the Germans, even though drinking booze in excess can make men go bald faster. Perhaps that's why there are so many bald Germans? I'll have to look into that. 2 Spain, 42.6% bald or balding rate. The rain in Spain falls mainly on the plain. And the rain sure sucks if you have a thinning Norwood 3 hairline. Am I right? Luckily, balding men who live by the plain in Spain all have expansive wardrobes featuring hats of every kind. 1 Czech Republic, 42.79% bald or balding rate. I know, this seems random as hell. When I think of the Czech Republic, I think of orgies in Prague. Apparently it's one of the sex trafficking capitals of Europe. They like to eat a lot of meat and salt in the Czech Republic, and apparently many of their meals are lacking in the fruit and veggie departments. As you can probably guess, a poor diet can lead to hair loss, so perhaps that's why the Czech Republic is indeed the baldness capital of the world. Thanks for watching the video. If you like the video, please do like the video and subscribe the channel.